Okay. We're going to start standing for a change. Okay. I know you got all nice and comfortable, right? All right. We'll be coming back up later in the class. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcoming a new year very soon. Let's begin in our mountain pose. Remember, your mountain is your foundation pose for yoga. You want to push your feet into the earth, rooting them into the earth, crown of your head reaching for the heavens, just like a mountain. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let your arms fall comfortably by your side naturally. No effort required. Chin is level with the earth. Bring your belly towards your spine to help lift your ribs up a little bit more. And breathe. Just breathe. Think about this glorious pose of a mountain. And I'm hoping to bring to you today a lot of joy in the class, in our poses, joy and peace and hope and love. So that's our theme for today, all those good things, right? Inhale, gather all that glorious energy. Exhale it to your heart. Bring it in. Let your thumbs come close to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gather. Feel that energy as you round it, gather it, and bring it all the way down to your heart. Feel it. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your thighs. Straighten up. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees. A little bit of a squat, just a little bit, just to get us a little bit warmed up, and straighten up. Exhale, bend your knees. This time, your arms are going to be alongside your ears. You're going to inhale, exhale, bend, and sit in your chair. And bounce in your chair. Bounce a little bit. Then pause, push into the mat, and come up to stand. Okay. So our next pose, it's not really a pose, it's a pranayama, a breathing exercise, and it's called the breath of joy. And it goes like this. Now we're going to do our hands and knees first, and then we'll add the breath work. So you'll start forward, side, up, down. Okay, let's do that again. And watch my knees. Forward, side, up, down. Okay, so now the breath. We're going to inhale, 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 ha, and a sigh out. Okay, inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha. Forward, side, up, ha. Forward, side, up, ha. Inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha. And come up to stand. So you feel joyful now? Yeah, that's kind of a fun breath. I love that breath. Okay. Come back to your mountain. Give yourself enough room on your mat so you can step forward just a little bit and still be on the mat. Step your right leg forward, just straight forward. You could bend your right knee just a little softened. Bring your left arm up to the sky, fingers reaching for the earth. Send your right arm behind you, and as you do that, your whole torso twists. You're going to bring the back of your hand to your small of your back or all the way around to your left hip. Look down, look over your shoulder and down. Push into the mat for security. Look up at your left hand. Look down again at your right. Bring both arms to center. Swing your arms back behind you. Yoga mudra behind you. That's interlaced fingers. Send your knuckles to the sky. Send your nose to the sky. Inhale through your nose, ha, a sigh through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, ha, ha. Once more, ha. Inhale, exhale, come forward. Let your arms stretch back behind you. You're just coming forward to a flat back. Crown of your head moving forward. And sits bones moving back. If you wish, you'll send your knuckles to the sky. This is optional. And head down. Push into the mat. Let your knuckles lead you back up. Step back into your mountain. Step your left foot forward. Knee is soft. Right arm comes up. Left arm moves all the way around, and as it does, you twist all the way around. Keep your right leg nice and long and straight. Yeah. Look down at the floor over your shoulder. Look up at your right hand. Look down. Look center. Release your arms. Interlace your fingers back behind you for Yoga Mudra, straight arms. Inhale and exhale. Stay here or inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. Push your feet into the mat. Let your knuckles lead you back up. Step back into your mountain. And breathe. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your thighs. And we're going to do cats and dogs from here. So on an inhale, you're going to curl your spine forward, heart reaching away, opening up your heart to let in that joy, that peace, that hope, that love. Exhale into a cat spine. Inhale, and keep this going at your own pace. I like to go very slowly to feel my spine changing shape, to feel my shoulder blades coming close and apart. Feel the pose. Next time you're in your cat spine, you'll pause, and then you'll slide your hands all the way down to your feet. Bow your head, crown of your head reaching down. You may keep your knees soft or you may straighten them. On an inhale, you're going to come to a flat back with your wings stretched out to the sides. Your wings. Push into the mat with your feet, come all the way up. Arms straight out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, bring your hands together in front of you. Exhale, push the air away. Send your heart forward. Exhale, bring your palms together. Curl your spine ever so slightly behind you. Very slight, cats and dogs. And keep going. Feel yourself pushing the air away. Feel yourself as if you were flying. And rest your arms by your side. Okay. Bring your weight onto your left leg and come on the ball of your right foot. Lift your right leg and rotate your ankle in both directions. Whoops, and if you fall out of it like I just did, just come back into it. All right. And bring it down. Let's do that on the other side. So get your weight on your right leg, but make sure your hips stay even. Don't let your left hip come up. Push your foot into the mat, lift your leg, rotate your foot. And bring it down. All right. Widen your feet just a little bit wider than your shoulders. You're going to bend your right knee and straighten it. Bend your left knee and keep going from side to side. Try to track your knee over your toes, your middle toe. All right, and then come back to your mountain. All right. Arms are straight out, wings, they're wings today. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. Remember that your arms stay put. They don't move separately. Inhale to center, exhale, other side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring your arms down by your side. Great. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And the opposite direction, roll your shoulders. All right, good. All right. Bend your knees, slide your hands down to your feet. Your fingertips are on the floor or the mat. And you're going to walk your fingers all the way over to the right. You're going to inhale them through center, exhale as you twist to the left, and keep this going from side to side, twisting with breath. Come back to center. Bend your knees, hands to the mat. Bring your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers. Let your arms rest on your hips. On an inhale, you're going to straighten your legs, bow your head, lift your arms, or not. You can leave your arms on your back, on your ribs and your hips. Bend your knees, send your hands straight back, flat back. Inhale, exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, straighten and fold. Once more, inhale, flat back. Exhale, straighten and fold. Release your arms. Bring them down to the mat. Bend your knees, one knee, then the other knee. And you're going to come all the way on to sit down, all the way down onto your mat. Okay. And you're going to make your way into a child's pose. An extended child's pose with your arms straight overhead, palms flat on the mat. They're long and straight. You're going to slide your hands back towards your knees, come up onto your knees. Inhale and bring that prayer to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, hips to your heels, wings out to the side. Back to your child's pose. Extended child's pose. Slide your fingers to your knees, open up your heart and just pause with your arms wide open, with your heart open to bring joy and peace and hope and love in to your heart and out into the universe. Inhale your hands overhead. Exhale your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Send your knuckles towards the mat. As you look upward, your heart opening up. This is a knee down stargazer looking up at the stars. Release your arms. You're going to do that one more time, another little back bend here. Bring the heels of your hands to your back waist, your fingers pointing down. And this is to keep your spine, your lower spine, your sacral and your sacrum and hips in line as you curl from your lumbar and thoracic spine. Look up. And come to neutral. Come to have your shoulders over your knees. Bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Send it to the left for a lateral stretch. Inhale to center, other side. Inhale to center. Bring your hands down to your hips. Bring your hands onto your pelvis. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to center. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your hips to your heels. Extend your arms overhead. Lift your hips, bring them forward. Bring your heart between your hands. Lengthen your legs out back behind you. Inhaling, exhale, send your hips back, but not all the way because we're going to come right back forward on an inhale. Push your hands into the mat. Use your abs to lift your abs away from your hips. Okay, what I really wanted to say is we don't want to sag. You want to keep your middle, your core nice and strong. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come up onto hands and knees. Send your right leg back behind you. Swivel your foot on the mat. Fan open to the right. Look at your feet. Make sure the arch of your right foot is lined up with the toes of your left. Send your right arm along your ear and use your toes to stretch in both directions. Fingers going one way, toes going the other way. Your toes might come off the mat a little bit. And then bring it down, come back to fan. Your fingers pointing to the ceiling. You're going to bring your shoulder over your wrist, lift your right leg. Foot is flexed. You can stay right here, or you can bend your knee, take your ankle, and open up your heart. Or your foot. Foot is good. Release. Bring it all down. Bring hand down, bring knee down. And we'll do that on the other side. Send your left leg back behind you. Swivel your foot. Fan open. Arm alongside ear. Stretch, full side body stretch. Stretching does such wonderful things to our body, to our mind. Yeah, it triggers that rest and digest, parasympathetic nervous system, triggers it. And bring, and lift, bring your arm back up, fan, and lift your leg. And yogi's choice, you may want to bend your knee, take your ankle or foot, and open up your heart. Release everything. Bring your hands down, bring your knees down. Child's pose. Come back up on your hands and knees. Now, earlier, I showed you an option for doing Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, using the chair with your forearm across the chair. We're going to do that on the mat right now so that you can get a feel for it. So come to table. Bring your forearms down to the mat. Send your right fingers to your left elbow. Left leg back behind you. You're going to swivel your left foot on the mat and fan open with your left arm. You're going to then push in to the mat with your right elbow and lift your left leg. So this is a knee down Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, using the chair. And bring it down. Let's do that on the other side. Aren't you happy you only have two sides? Bring your forearms down. Yeah. So this time, left fingers to right elbow. Yeah. Send your right leg back behind you, fan open to the right. Right. And then lift your leg. And notice it's much easier to get your leg up above. Now, typically, when we're on our hands and knees, I tell you to keep your leg hip height. When you're on the side like this, you can come a little higher. And in Ardha Chandrasana, you either want it hip or higher. Bring it all down, come to child's pose. Come up to sit on your heels for a moment. Take a few breaths. and then come up to stand. Make your way up to stand. Okay. So I wanted to include half moon pose into our Christmas yoga class for two reasons. I think somewhere this week we had actually had a half moon, but also I find it to be a very joyous opening, like you're flying with that pose. So it's a great one. And by using the chair, it's accessible to pretty much everyone. All right, so let's just try this. And those of you who know the pose and are comfortable doing it, we're going to start with warrior two legs. So I have my right leg pointed away to the short edge of the mat. My left leg is straight and long behind me. I'm going to line up my feet. So I'm going to take my block. So the first way I'm doing it is using a block if you have one. If not, you can put your fingers on the floor. Using a mat gives you a block, gives you a longer arm, and I like the pose with the block because it's prettier. All right, so place your block on the mat right in front of you and look at the angle of my, where I have the block. Because when I come up, I want my shoulder over my wrist, all right? So now you're going to spring off your back leg, bring it up. You've got the block under your shoulder, and you're going to open up to Ardha Chandrasana. You don't have to look up. You can keep looking down at your hand. Your foot is flexed. Your hips are stacked. Bring it down. Okay. Other side. Again, if you have a block, that's great. Otherwise, on this side, I will not use the block. I'll use my hands so you can see what I'm talking about if you want to look. Warrior two legs. I'm going to reach down, spring off the back leg, and come up with a straight leg. Okay, so what's important here is getting your hips over your leg, your weight, the center of your weight, the center of gravity here in this pose. So be a little, risky. It's okay. We always think, oh, I'm going to fall if I move forward, but you're not if you have your weight over your leg. So let's look at the chair. I love this one because it's really very cool. All right, so come to your warrior two again. You're going to bring your forearm, as you bend your knee, you're going to bring your forearm down on the chair. Make sure the chair isn't going to move. You're going to spring off your back leg and lift it up. How cool is that? Isn't that a great Ardha Chandrasana? I love it. And bring it down. All right. So we have to do the other side, So when we go into a flow to do this, you're going to need to have the chair on the right side. The other option is that you turn around, but then you can't see the camera. But I'll give you a moment between left and right to move the chair, okay? Warrior two, forearm on chair, lift. All right. Doesn't that feel great? Okay. All right, excellent. So come back to your mountain. Inhale. Exhale, bring that joy and peace and love down to your heart. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Right leg steps back, come to a low lunge. Make sure that you have your feet in their own lane, all 10 toes pointing forward. Back leg is straight, your knee is over your ankle. You're going to plant your right hand down on the mat. You're going to bring your right hand, your left hand to your left thigh and twist to your left thigh. Arm up to the sky, but first twist. Twist comes first. Bring your hand down. Step your left hand inside your left leg. Swivel your right foot down into warrior two. Windmill your hand all the way up right into warrior two. Right. Remember, in warrior two, your left, where the leg of your bent knee is rotated outward so that your leg does not collapse in. You want your knee over your ankle. You want your shoulders squared, nice and square. Looking over at your left fingers, assuming your left leg is the one that's bent. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, bring your right hand to your right thigh, and you're going to come up with your palm facing outward. Look up at your hand. This is a sign of surrender, but surrender meaning letting go, allowing, becoming a little vulnerable so you can be brave. A sign of peace. Inhale, exhale, your forearm on to your thigh. If you want to go a little bit deeper in this pose, you can grab a block or bring your hand all the way down to the mat inside your left leg as you reach your arm alongside your ear. If you're in the forearm on your thigh, same thing. Long straight line from your fingertips to your heel. And come back up to warrior two. Bring your right hand to your left hand. Take hold of that bow, pull on your bow, and let the arrow go. Bring your right hand around, pull, and let the arrow go. That's Cupid's arrow. We're not harming anyone, all right? You're going to release your arms, and you're going to make your way into your version. So bring the chair near where you need it to be. Come off your back leg. If you're on the floor or on a block, your hand is under your shoulder, and you're going to lift your right leg for a half moon pose. Bring your leg back down where you started. Swivel to the front of your mat, come to a low lunge. Step your right leg forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. So rearrange your props where you need them before we do the second side. Ready, ready? Okay. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Left leg goes back. Left hand inside, right leg, twist to the right. Make your belly button, the journey of your belly button to your thigh. And then extend your arm. Bring both hands back down to the mat. Right hand comes inside right leg. Swivel your left foot. Let's fan open here this time. Fan open. Yeah, so left fingers reaching for the sky. And you're going to push into the mat and come straight up to warrior two. Make sure those shoulders are square. Make sure your right leg, thigh is not collapsing. Peaceful, brave warrior. Open up your heart. Bring your forearm to your thigh or down to the mat for side angle stretch, Parsva Konasana. Back to warrior two. Left hand to right. Pull on your bow, pull that back, let it go. So this is important to make a fist. You want to feel all your arm muscles working. Bring your left hand to your right palm, make a fist, pull it back and release it. Excellent. Release your arms and make your way into your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon pose. Remember, you need your weight over your right leg. Don't be afraid to come a little forward. And the rest all kind of happens and it feels like you're flying. Whoa. And bring it down. Back to a low lunge. Get into your low lunge. Left leg is back. Inhale, left leg forward, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. All right. Come to your Tadasana. So it's Christmas, right? And so we need a tree. Yeah. So nice long straight legs. Come on the ball of your right foot. Turn your right leg out to the side. You can stay right here with your heel against your ankle, or you can bring your calf, your arch to your calf. Keep your hips square. Bring your arms all the way up and bring it down. Other side. Long of your weight, the same thing goes for this pose as half moon pose. You want your weight, you want your hips squared. Come into your tree. Right. Grow your tree. And release it. Okay. So now, all right, we're going to do a pose first. We're going to put them together with the tree. But before we do, You're going to bend your left knee, send your right leg back behind you. Your wings are spread, and you're going to lift your back leg to fly away. All right? Let's do that again. So, option, right? You're going to come, again, you're bringing your weight forward so that your hips are over your hips, your arms out to the side. You can lift your back leg just a little. It doesn't have to go all the way up. It doesn't have to. It can stay, you know, some birds fly low, right? There are always ways to do what look like challenging poses, right? So now for our finale standing pose, we're going to come to our tree. Start with your right leg. And if you want, you can bring your sole of your foot up to your thigh. Your call. I'm going to turn this way. Okay, so you can see this. So come to your tree. Grow your tree. Bring a prayer over your head. Spread your wings. Use something on the wall straight ahead of you, a drishti, to keep your focus, so moving your arms won't be quite a challenge. So now coming into your tree is this angel, spreading his or her wings, its wings. Bring a prayer up overhead, and the angel lands in the tree. All right. Spread your wings, bend your knees, fly away. Bring it down. Okay? Great. All right. Right, left, right. Okay. Left leg, come into your tree. Open up your wings, bring your prayer overhead, and land in the tree. Spread your wings again. Do this slowly. Lift your leg. Your leg is tracking. And send it back to fly away. And then bring it back. Excellent. Nice work. I can see parts of you. All right. And just stand. Just come to stand. Take a few breaths in your mountain. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Put your thumbs against your heart. Inhale. Feel you're inhaling joy. Exhale, gratitude. Inhale, joy. Exhale, gratitude for the joy that we have inside of us. Release your arms. Roll your shoulders down, your head, bow your head, bend your knees, and make your way back on to the mat. Going to come to Dandasana when you get down. So in Dandasana, your hands are alongside your hips, your fingers pointing forward, your elbows reaching back behind you. You can push into the mat a little bit to lift your spine. We always want a long spine. Bring your belly toward your spine. Give it support. Inhale, your arms overhead. Inhale. And on an exhale, you're going to engage your abs that protects your lower back as you hinge from your hip socket all the way down over your legs. As far as you come, any amount is good. Maybe you can reach your feet. Maybe your nose can reach your knees. Maybe you only a little bit of a bend. Any amount is good. Look at your feet. Bring your arms alongside your ears and hinge back up. Bring your arms back down into Dandasana. You're going to bring your right leg in to your chest and hug it. Step it over your left. You're going to wrap your left arm around your right leg. Look over your right shoulder. Bring your right arm alongside your ear, and you're going to turn for a counter twist, looking over your left shoulder. Now you can stay right here, or you can step your right foot away from your left leg, so much so that your left leg automatically rolls onto the pinky edge side of that leg, right? And the reason you want your right foot as far away from you as possible is not just to rotate your left leg, but it's so then when we come up to a supported side plank, your knee will be over your ankle. So here we go. You're going to use your right arm like a propeller, push into the mat with your hand, lift your hips for a supported side plank. And bring it down. Okay, other side. Dandasana. Left leg comes in. Step it over your right. Wrap your right arm around. Look over your left shoulder. Lift your left arm alongside your ear. Counter twist. Stay right here. This is a wonderful twist. Comfortable. You can ease it up a little, or you can come to a supported side plank. Use your left arm as a propeller. Lift your hips. Side plank. Come back down. Come back to Dandasana. Arms straight out in front of you, palms facing each other. You're going to count to 20 before your back touches the mat. So you're going to go very, very slowly. You're going to use your abdominal muscles, your whole core strength to help keep your back going down slowly. Remember to use your forearms. We don't want your back to flop on the mat. And when you're all the way down, bring your feet to the mat And lift your hips slightly, send your hips a little bit towards your heels to lengthen your spine on the mat. You're going to send your shoulders into the mat on an inhale. On an exhale, release them. Inhale, send your shoulders into the mat, your heart lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale. Bring your knees into your chest, one hand on each knee. Send your knees away from you, straight arms. Exhale, knees back into your chest, feel your spine flat on the back. Inhale, your knees away from you, feel the curl of your spine reaching away from the mat. Exhale, knees to your chest. Keep this going a few more times. We're massaging our back, our whole back. We did our shoulders, now our lower back. And bring your feet to the mat because I forgot about our shoulder blades. So let's do our shoulder blades. Fingers to the ceiling. Forearm over forearm. Inhale and then exhale. Send your upper arm down to the mat. Inhale to center. Other upper arm down to the mat. Or as far as it comes, whatever, any amount is good. Come to center. Do that another time. We're going to do it twice more. So you're rolling over, massaging your upper back here. And release when you're done with two on each side. Right. Bring your knees into your chest, open your knees wide, and make circles with your knees, opposite circles, like one is going clockwise, one is going counterclockwise. You're drawing circles on the ceiling with your knees. To get the rest of your hips involved, you can release your hands if you wish. And then when your knees are next in center, go the other way. And then the next time your knees are to your chest, pause, bring your feet to the mat, extend one leg and then the other, and make your way to Shavasana. Allow your legs to open naturally, to just splay open. Your arms are rotated, your palms faced upward in a giving and receiving mudra. The more you give, the more you receive without wanting, only with gratitude. Feel your whole back body sinking into gravity. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Take a deep breath. Roll your head from side to side, beginning to reawaken your body. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you, deep body stretch. Then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. Then release your knees and roll over onto whatever side you prefer to come into a fetal position. So notice that we go in yoga from Shavasana, a corpse pose, to the fetal pose, transformation and rebirth, renewal, and a brand new day, a brand new tomorrow. Make your way up to sit. Take your time. So make yourself comfortable for a meditation. If you're sitting in a chair, please have your feet, soles of your feet on the floor to feel grounded. Crown of your head reaching to the heavens, just like a seated mountain pose. Your hands on your laps, palms down or up. I like them down, but up is good too. Up is nice and maybe a good idea for this day, a day of giving and without expectation, receiving. And that's usually on the spiritual level, not the material. Remember that during this meditation, thoughts will come to mind, and that's okay. Allow them, acknowledge them. Say later, and then a breath. So close your eyes, come inside. And bring your attention to your breath, your natural breath. Don't change it in any way. But notice, pay attention to its flow, to its rhythm. Now bring your attention to your heart center. Focus on your heart, on your heartbeat, on the rhythm of your heart. On the pulsations and flow of your body. Remember a time when you were filled with joy. Just pick one time where you felt like your feet could lift off the earth. You were filled with joy. Remember that time. Imagine it. See it in your mind's eye. Feel it. Feel that joy. Feel it filling up your body. And notice where that feeling lands in your body, where it sits, where it manifests. that feeling of joy. Where does it go? And breathe into that spot. Inhaling joy, exhaling it, sending it out to the world. Feel that joy spreading throughout your body. Feel it. Keep close to that feeling. Allow your breath to ignite it and spread it. Take a deeper breath and come back to your heart center. And now think of a time when you felt completely peaceful, at ease, very calm. Maybe you were in a special place. Maybe you were all by yourself. Remember that time, the last time you felt it. It might feel like a while ago, but bring yourself back to that feeling of calm. Perhaps you feel that way right now. Feel the peace filling up your body with every breath. And when you exhale, feel your whole body relaxing, relaxing. Feel that peace and calm. And notice where it manifests, where that feeling manifests in your body. Could be throughout your whole body. It could be in a single place, and it's different for everyone. Where does that peace reside inside of you? Find that place so you can come back to it whenever you need it. Feel that place. With every breath, breathe in peace. And exhale, share it. Bring peace. Come back to your heart center. And think about the feeling of hope. What does it feel like to be hopeful? To put aside the worry, the grief, the anxiety, put it aside and feel hope. Thinking about sitting on the threshold, standing on that threshold so that you could take a step to the other side where there's hope, a whole new world. Feel Feel it inside your body, and with every breath, send out hope into the world. Breathe it in and let it go. Share it. Feel the beauty of hope, of what it's like to be sure of a bright future. As we let go of a year filled with anxiety, looking forward to a year of healing, healing. Feel that hope. Come back to your heart center. And now this time, picture in your mind's eye someone you love very dearly. It could be a person, maybe it's a place, maybe it's a pet. Someone you love very, very dearly. Unconditionally. And what does that feel like? Hang on to that feeling. Allow that feeling to grow inside of you. Allow it to spread throughout your body. Be filled with love. The mother of all emotions, of all states of being. Filled with love, hate cannot enter. When you send love, you transform. Fill yourself up with that feeling. Think about how it feels and let it settle inside of you. Decide where it is inside your body. Focus on that spot that feels that beautiful, glorious feeling that we need to take with us, that we need to share. With every breath, breathe in deep love and exhale, share it with the world. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Bow your head. And as you lift your head, slowly open your eyes. They'll open fully when your head is back to neutral. My wish to everyone, I wish you joy. I wish you peace. I wish you hope. And I wish you love. Your true nature is love. Namaste. Thank you so much for being with me.